Rebirth Island is coming back in 2024, and I think it's going to be in March. Look, we already know that Fortune's Keep's coming out in January or February, and the only information we have from Activision themselves is that Rebirth Island is going to be coming back later next year. Activision, like every other publicly traded company, have to put out quarterly reports for their investors. These reports come out in January, March, June, and September. These are also the months they use to gauge their monthly active users to let their investors know how popular their games are. We already know that Fortune's Keep is coming out before Rebirth Island, so that's January crossed off the mark. September is going to be way too close to the next annual premium release, which is going to be a Treyarch game, and I highly doubt they would want to take the attention away from that. That leaves us with March and June. Look, it could be June, but I highly doubt they would want to leave it that late into the year to release Rebirth Island. March seems like the perfect opportunity to add it in. It's most likely going to be one of these 4 months because that's when they get a big boost for their monthly active users, and they want that to look as high as possible for their investors. That's why I believe Rebirth Island comes out in 2024, and honestly, I think that's going to be so important for and I think it's going to be so big for the future of Call of Duty. Look at what OG Fortnite did. Fortnite had its bigger player base that it's ever had, and that it's ever had, I'm pretty sure. And that came about by bringing back the OG map. Are they all sniping? Think about how big Call of Duty could be if they bring back Rebirth, they bring back Verdansk, they bring back Fortune's Keep. Think about how big that could be for the game as a whole, the numbers that it could bring. There are a couple of things that I think that need to happen before Rebirth comes out and Fortune's Keep come out that will make the game as good as it can possibly be. The hacker situation really needs to be addressed, and the shadow ban system really needs to be addressed as well. So a lot of the people that seem to grind Rebirth, a lot of the people that seem to grind Resurgence as a whole are the ones that get shadow banned. And if that shadow ban system isn't fixed, the hacker situation isn't fixed, it could quickly go from being a massive success to a massive failure if no one can even play it. Another massive thing that I think they need to make sure with Rebirth as well, that they don't try be too ambitious with it, if that makes sense. Don't try and change everything, because it seems to be the case for the last few Call of Duties, at least Warzone. They've tried to make such big sweeping changes to what we already know, and it's just led to people being dissatisfied. Genuinely, the Rebirth community as a whole liked how Rebirth was in MW 2019. I don't think people were even getting bored of it. There isn't a massive need for it to be completely overhauled. There isn't a need. Give us the same resurgence time as we used to have. Give us the same health we used to. Give us one-shot snipers, which I'm pretty sure is already being added to Warzone. But yeah, the map and the mode doesn't need much changing. It really doesn't. One more massive thing I think needs to be the case is that this whole split playlist, not split playlist, what would you call it? Rotation playlist needs to be, I think, streamlined, because ultimately people want to play the maps that they want to play. They're adding Fortune's Keep, they're keeping Ashika, they're keeping Vondel. There's going to be, what, 5 Resurgence maps available by the time Rebirth Island's out. That could be you can only play 1 game of Rebirth every hour, which of course just isn't that's not what we're going to want either. Having a permanent Rebirth solos and Rebirth quads playlist would be the most ideal situation, because you can play by yourself or you could squad up, and then having like duos and trios in the rotation. I've seen that this is meant to be a jump spot. Oh. Am I dumb? It's meant to be a jump spot. Alright, well. Clearly not for me. Clearly not for me. We're in for an interesting year though, especially if what the rumours are true and they do bring Verdansk back, which I'm fairly confident that they will. If they bring Verdansk back, we've got Fortune's Keep, we've got Rebirth Island. I keep on doing the slide cancel wrong. I'm doing slide jump. It's just slide jump. These guys really want to win this game quick. This video is going to be such a short video. It looks like. These guys bloody are trying to finish this game as quickly as possible. Again, if they do bring the dance back as well, they need to make sure that they don't try innovate too much with it. I know that we want innovation is key, but bringing something back and completely changing it isn't necessarily what people desire with these types of games. People essentially want to play what they enjoy playing, and everyone enjoyed Verdansk at the end of the day. Look, you can bring it back. You can bring it back and then change it after it's back. But the initial impression has to be that it's essentially the same, in my opinion at least. That's where you'll get the most out of people enjoying it, people playing it. Oh, he was on the UAV as well. Oh, we lost, but it seemed like the other team just wanted to win as much as possible. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about everything I said about Rebirth coming back, Verdansk coming back, and all of that. And make sure you like, subscribe, and comment as well.